Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, if you've been following the tech world even a little bit recently, you know that Google I/O just dropped a massive developer keynote. And honestly, it was incredibly dense. I'm talking packed to the brim with announcements, updates, deep technical specs, the whole shebang. But hey, you don't need to spend hours sifting through all of that. Today, our goal is super simple. We're distilling that entire overwhelming presentation down into just its absolute most vital elements.
We've taken a sprawling 100-point event and condensed it down to exactly this number, 15. These are the 15 critical takeaways you actually need to know. Because what we're looking at today, they aren't just your standard incremental software updates. No, these are fundamental paradigm shifts in how we're all going to interact with technology, the web, and honestly, even our own daily chores.
So here is our roadmap. We've organized these 15 takeaways into a really logical macro to micro arc. We're going to start big with the new AI brains, look at how those are driving the search revolution. Then we'll get a bit more personal with your personal AI agents and next-gen creative tools. And finally, we'll zoom all the way back out to see how this is expanding the scientific frontier.
All right, let's start right at the foundation with Section 1, the new AI brains. Everything we're about to talk about is powered by these massive underlying upgrades.
And this brings us to our first major shift. Think of Gemini 3.5 Flash as your speed demon. It is all about blazing speed and super low latency. It's specifically designed for long-horizon agentic tasks. Basically, that means it can plan, build, and iterate on really complex workflows, like coding an app or auditing data in just a fraction of the usual time and cost. But then, compare that to Gemini Omni. Omni is a totally different beast. It is built to create literally any output from any input. It even possesses an intuitive understanding of real-world physics, like gravity and fluid dynamics.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real power here. Omni isn't just about rendering a pretty picture. By combining that physics engine with a deep computational knowledge of history, science, and culture, it literally bridges the gap from just basic photorealism to actual meaningful storytelling. Creators can use this to generate highly realistic, totally cohesive scenes across pretty much any medium.
But of course, with AI creating such hyper-realistic content, verification is absolutely crucial, right? Enter SynthID. Google's imperceptible watermark technology has already been used an astounding 50 million times globally to verify where digital content actually came from. And the crazy part? It's not stopping there. Industry-wide partnerships mean this tech is spreading to companies like OpenAI and 11 Labs too.
Let's move to Section 2, the search revolution, and see how this builds. We've got these incredible new brains. So how are they fundamentally rewiring our daily interface with the web?
Well, it's simply the biggest upgrade to the search box in over a quarter of a century. AI search has officially blown past 1 billion monthly users, and it is now entirely powered by that lightning-fast Gemini 3.5 Flash model we just talked about. So what does that actually mean for you? It means you aren't just typing keywords anymore. You can now seamlessly search across text, images, video files, and even your open Chrome tabs all at the exact same time. And the AI just reasons across all of them.
Because of this, search isn't just a passive list of blue links anymore. Welcome to generative UI. Thanks to what Google calls the anti-gravity platform, search now dynamically builds custom formats right on the fly. Let's say you're planning a wedding or maybe a cross-country move. Search will basically act like a bespoke mini app, assembling interactive visuals, dashboards, and trackers tailored perfectly to your specific project. It becomes a workspace, not just a search engine.
Now, what's really interesting is how this leads into Section 3, your personal AI agents. We are shifting from simply searching for information to having AI act autonomously on our behalf. Imagine having an unblinking, tireless digital intern. That's exactly what information agents are. You can spin up multiple agents right inside Search, and they just operate 24/7 in the background. While you're sleeping, they're out there intelligently scanning blogs, news sites, financial markets, social posts, whatever you want, synthesizing all that cross-web data to send you perfectly curated updates on your specific tasks.
And this gets super personal really fast. You've got your daily brief, which acts like your morning coordinator. It analyzes your inbox and calendar overnight, so you wake up to a prioritized day with actionable next steps. Then there's Gemini Spark. Think of Spark as your true 24/7 personal agent. It runs autonomously in the background, even if your phone is completely turned off, navigating your digital life and taking directed actions for you. But crucially, it keeps you in total control the whole time.
Take shopping, for example. This autonomous agent idea powers the new universal cart. You can be browsing anywhere, watching a YouTube review, doing a search, even reading an email in Gmail, and just add an item to your cart. Instantly, the cart goes to work behind the scenes. It hunts down the best deals, it'll flag you if a product is incompatible with something you already own, and then it lets you do a seamless, multi-brand checkout using the Universal Commerce Protocol. It literally solves your shopping problems before you even realize you have them.
Moving right along to Section 4, Next-Gen Creative Tools. Here, we transition from everyday consumer convenience to massive empowerment for creators and developers.
Because the new Creative Suite is seriously robust. You have Google Flow, which is a multi-step agent that reasons through complex video generation. It acts like a creative partner that can even batch edit across all your visual assets. Then there's Google Pix, powered by the actually rather hilariously named Nano Banana model, which gives you insane precision for image creation and object segmentation. And my favorite, Docs Live. This lets you literally brain dump your thoughts at the speed of voice, and the AI instantly structures the document using context from your entire Google Workspace.
And for all the developers out there, the implications are absolutely profound. Multi-day engineering efforts are collapsing into hours, if not minutes. This is all thanks to Google Antigravity 2.0. You can now orchestrate multiple AI subagents to execute tasks in parallel. Imagine having one agent coding the backend of your database, while a totally separate agent generates the brand assets for the front end, at the exact same time. It is a total game changer for development speed.
This creative power also fundamentally changes how we interact with video. With Ask YouTube, watching a video is no longer a passive experience. It's an interactive, conversational search that compiles highly relevant, structured video responses to your complex questions. And then YouTube Shorts Remix uses that Gemini Omni model we talked about earlier to let you literally step directly into your favorite videos. You just prompt the AI to insert you or completely alter the visuals, right on the fly. No green screen required.
Let's zoom way out for our final part, Section 5, Expanding the Scientific Frontier. We've seen how AI changes our daily workflows, but how is it driving global, world-changing scientific breakthroughs?
So the crucial point here is Gemini for Science. It introduces an AI that literally simulates the scientific method across three main pillars. For hypothesis generation, it runs multi-agent idea tournaments where different AI agents actually debate and evaluate theories. For computational discovery, it tests thousands of code variations in parallel to accelerate modeling in complex fields like epidemiology. And Literature Insights automatically structures vast mountains of scientific literature into easily searchable tables. We are talking about research workflows that used to take months manually, now happening in minutes.
And Google is putting their money where their mouth is, to the tune of $2 million. That's the prize pool for the new Build with Gemini X Prize Hackathon. They are officially challenging developers worldwide to use this exact agentic tech to build real-world applications that solve our most pressing global challenges. So think about the journey we just took. We've gone from the raw speed of Gemini 3.5 Flash all the way to AI agents autonomously researching science and managing our morning schedules. The paradigm has completely shifted, with AI moving from simply answering our questions to actively taking action on our behalf. What will you delegate first? It's an absolutely incredible time to be learning about this tech. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.